trail. The ring announcements are just about to be made by our MC tonight, Peter Dennis.
Please take your seats, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. My lords, ladies and gentlemen, the main event of this evening on this Frank Warren promotion, sponsored by Jobin. A heavyweight contest of 10 3-minute rounds between, in the red corner, the knockout specialist with 30 wins inside the distance, ranked number 5 in Britain from Swindon, Neilson. And making his second comeback fight, the former British and European heavyweight champion, Bugner. At the weigh-in at 1 p.m. this morning, Neilson scaled 15 stone, 3 pounds, and Bugner scaled 16 stone, 9.5 pounds. The chief seconds in Neilson's corner, Ricky Porter. And in Joe Bugner's corner, the great matchmaker, Ernie Fossey. Your timekeeper for this contest, Ray Rice, and your referee, Sid Nathan. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
So the talking now is just about over. They're getting their last minute words from referee Sid Nathan. It'll stand for no trouble. He's dwarfed by these two 32-year-olds. It's now down to the fighting. So let's go to the ringside and join our big fight commentator, Jim Rosenthal.
And we wait to see if Joe Bugner is going to deliver what he's been promising, or if tonight is going to be a landmark for Eddie Neilson. Bugner in the light blue shorts, Neilson in the white, and Neilson on the ropes straight away. Two big men who come here to punch. And strapped right above us at the moment, and in trouble immediately is the man from the West Country, but he turned Bugner well and got himself out of trouble. Big right hands coming in from Joe Bugner, and it looked to me as though Neilson perhaps wobbled a bit there, but a little quieting word from referee Sid Nathan. There's not much science out there at the moment. It's all raw, unbridled aggression, as they promise, from both men. Clubbing right from Bugner. Eddie Neilson, discovered many years ago in a boxing booth in Gloucester one August bank holiday. The man, they say, can't take a punch but can certainly land one, and Joe Bugner really been worked on hard by trainer Ernie Fossey to be a more aggressive Bugner than he's ever been before. Good right hand, and Neilson was rocked, but he smiled and stood up for more. But Bugner really is delivering some big shots early on. He said if he's lucky he's going to go in one, and I think he wants to finish him early. Right uppercut, left cross from Bugner. Neilson backs away. Goodness me, Bugner's throwing that right hand well. Left cross, Neilson looking a bit glazed perhaps. Both fighters breathing very heavily. Sid Nathan had a close look at Neilson there because of that glazed look on his face. And certainly Neilson is coming under immediate fire from Joe Bugner. And it looks to be a cut above Neilson's right eye. He's cut, and it looks a nasty one. Neilson. Bugner breathes in the air. It's hot, it's claustrophobic, it's noisy, it's really like a cockpit in here at the moment. And two prize fighters slugging it out in the old tradition. 30 seconds to go. What a dramatic first round this has been. Big punches from Bugner, and Neilson cut straight away. Neilson's head rocked back. And Bugner delivering those combinations well. We'll have to, that is a bad cut. That really is a bad cut on Neilson's eye, and well, we'll have to see what Mac Williams and his trainer Ricky Porter are going to do, but it's a very bad cut indeed. Goodness me, there's a lot of blood coming from that cut, and well, Sid Nathan taking him to his corner and looking. Ricky Porter's having a very close look at that. Bugner looked as though he wanted it to be called off then, but it's not off yet. But that's a nasty cut. Oh dear. Eddie Neilson, badly cut above the right eye. The man from Shrivenham, the pride of the West Country, suffering. Mac Williams, his manager, and trainer Ricky Porter working very hard on it. And right above me, Laura Neilson looking very concerned about her husband. She's watched him 28 times and he's never lost. Bugner standing in the corner, waiting perhaps for the kill in the second round. Referee Sid Nathan, another long look at that right eye. There's Laura Neilson, the anxiety on her face. Second round. Neilson surely must try and finish it, but Bugner hasn't been on his back since his first fight as a professional 15 years ago exactly. Bugner, really like the bullfighter, has cut his man. Now he will want to finish him, but Neilson's coming back, throwing that southpaw lead, trying to get in with one of those big rights that he possesses. Oh, clubbing left from Bugner, right on the cut. And lots of blood in the ring already. Sid Nathan's shirt reddened. Neilson all courage. No one's ever disputed that aspect of him. And coming forward, trying to overcome the handicap. Bugner says, come on and have a bit of that one. And Neilson bores in. Good left hand, again right on that cut. And another left hand from Bugner. And referee Sid Nathan is leading Neilson back to his corner. Again, they're going to take another look at that eye. Going to see if that cut. Neilson wants to go on, that's obvious. Wipes the blood away. Box on, says referee Sid Nathan. One of our most experienced men in there with these two big men. And Neilson rocked. I think he just a push, no count, and rightly so. But it shows that Neilson has given away a stone and a half and how much stronger Joe Bugner is. His eyes really concentrating. Neilson, shorter and lighter, but certainly not lacking in bravery. Well, Bugner working away with that left jab that always has been his strongest punch. He's been told to deliver it with venom, not just pat it out as he used to. Oh, good right from Bugner. Good right hand. Another good right from Bugner. Neilson rocked. He's hitting him almost at will through that guard now. These are desperate times for Neilson and good moments for Bugner. The blood flowing from that eye, that's a gory sight. But it's still not affecting his vision perhaps because the blood seems to be running down the side as opposed to in the eye. Last 30 seconds, round 2. Look at the expression on Bugner's face there. Oh, Neilson coming bravely, throwing a good left hand right at the end of the second round. Well, Neilson again back to his corner. Again, the attention is directed above the right eye. Although I would think that a cut didn't really get much worse in that round. There's Joe Bugner. Ernie Fossey really going to work on his man. Marlene Bugner. always says she likes it when fights finish, doesn't really like watching these fights, but husband Joe had a very good couple of rounds so far. Anxiety there too. And the eye hasn't closed yet of Neilson. Sid Nathan is there, nodding his approval. He can carry on for the moment. Joe Bugner standing in the corner opposite.
Single, round 3.
Round 3. It's been bloody, rugged, entertaining. And let's hope it doesn't end on that cut. Joe Bugner's second comeback fight. Coming to you live from central London. Right uppercut from Bugner that just missed. Oh, good combination from Bugner. He said at the weigh-in, I'm a Class A fighter, Neilson is a Class B fighter, and that is the sort of combination that makes you realise what he's talking about. Bugner unmarked. He was nicked over his eye by a butt from Winston Allen in his comeback fight. But all the blood on him has come from that nasty cut above the right eye of Neilson. Neilson's big punch is the right hand. He's stopped 3 opponents this year. Good left hand, good right from Bugner, carving through Neilson's guard. And Neilson is taking them and standing up. Bugner will want to finish this surely with another big punch if he can. He knows really he's got to knock men like Neilson over if his comeback is to be truly valid. But Neilson, goodness me, what a brave man. The slugger from the West Country. Come on, Bugner beckons him in. But I think Bugner has got to take the fight to Neilson. Having 1 or 2 little rests. Bugner backing off. Stunning counter punches, and Neilson now backs away. Flipping him round the head almost contemptuously, but they are landing and they're scoring and they are hurting Eddie Neilson. 30 seconds to go in round 3. Right hand from Neilson, but Bugner was inside it, no damage. Right cross from Bugner. Neilson, the biggest night of his career, and he's determined not just to be a stooge up there. And really, he is working hard despite that cut. And Bugner is backing off, at the moment anyway. And a little look of admiration, but I think now that perhaps Neilson, as well as bleeding from the eye, is bleeding from the nose as well, and you wonder how much longer he can take that sort of punishment. Well, Eddie Neilson really has taken 1 or 2 good shots in this contest, and look at the agony on his face there, that right hand getting in. Bugner 16 stone 9.5 behind those punches, but Neilson clear-eyed. You can see what I mean when I say the cut perhaps isn't really affecting him too much, and coming forward. Great bravery, and it's producing a great fight here. You've just come in, we've had 3 rounds. Joe Bugner against Eddie Neilson. Neilson cut early on, but coming back really well. But he's carrying a nasty cut over his right eye. Joe Bugner unmarked, and he said he's going to finish it in 5, and this is round 4. Well, Joe Bugner been accused of never fulfilling his potential. He had his man on the run earlier on, and for my money he's dawdling a bit here. There's nothing that antagonises a crowd more than when a fighter gets a man on the run and doesn't dispose of him. And Neilson is battling away well. He's doing Shriven and proud tonight. Sid Nathan calls for more action. Are we back to the bad old days of Bugner the poser? Bugner just flicked out the left hand. A man who's been the distance with the best, Ali Frazier, among others. But really, we want to dispose of Eddie Neilson fairly rapidly. But Neilson has taken the shots, he's standing up, and you've got to give him a lot of plus points, a lot of ticks for his sheer unbridled courage. He's brought 700 supporters from the West Country, and they're making themselves heard now. In this bear pit, really, of a boxing arena. Very tight, 2,000 people packed in here, and very, very hot indeed. Great atmosphere. Good left from Bugner. Neilson won't give ground. He said at the way, and I'm not shinny, I can take a shot as good as anyone. And he is taking the shots and not giving ground. Right hand to the face of Bugner. Bugner on the retreat. Neilson says, it's my biggest night and I'm going to ruin it for Bugner. And Bugner just cuffed him around the ear, as if to put him in his place. Another sort of clubbing left hand, and a warning from Sid Nathan saying, you can't punch like that with the inside of the club. You can punch like that though with a straight right. Neilson left cross, Bugner just out of range in time. Little smile on Bugner's face. Coming towards the end of the round. Bugner holds on, perhaps for the first time tonight. They haven't heard the bell, and there's a bit of aggravation perhaps between Neilson and Bugner. Or perhaps it's respect. Well, let's go to Simon, who's got Mrs. Neilson down there with him. Simon.
Laura, we're having a terrific fight, but Eddie's taken a lot of problems, hasn't he?
It shows that he can take a punch. I mean, they've all said he's got a weak chin, but by God has he taken some. And I tell you, Bugner knows it, because he's got to resort to hitting with the back of his hand and pushing him. And I think Bugner's a worried man.
Aren't you worried he's taken too much, though?
No, he's not. He may have a cut on his eye, but Bugner's not hurting him. I'm telling you now, Bugner's not hurting him. And I think Bugner knows it. I can see his second in Bugner's corner saying, for God's sake, stick at it, because he's opening up too much, you see. So...
All right, so Laura Neilson happy?
Excellent end-of-round summary, perhaps not totally unbiased from Laura Neilson, but she's been reading the fight very much the way we have here. Round 5. Eddie Neilson says he's always conscious when Laura is there, because the way her piercing shriek carves through the crowd. She's going to have to really shriek here tonight. But I'm delighted to see that it looks as though that cut on Neilson's eye, that the men in the corner, manager Mac Williams and trainer Ricky Paul, have done a good job on it. And Bugner is going to have to win here by legitimate means and not on a cut. And I'm sure everyone, not least Bugner, is delighted with that. Bugner again on the retreat. He said he would end it in the first 5 rounds for sure. And he hasn't got long to go. And the referee's having another close look at it. And again, he's taking the man for the 3rd time, Sid Nathan, to the corner. And I think he's going to stop it. Oh dear, that really does seem a shame. But referee Sid Nathan has got a better view of the cut than I have. Bugner celebrates. The cameramen are up there. Sid Nathan intervenes. Bugner has stopped his man in 5. But that really does seem a shame. It was a nasty cut. No real complaints from the Neilson corner, it must be said. Bugner getting booed by the crowd, and he's not pleased. He's expected cheers for that. He's applauding a very gallant man, Eddie Neilson. So is Ernie Fossey. And really, I don't think Bugner would have wanted to have won in this way. Cut early on was Neilson by Bugner, who really...
Ladies and gentlemen, in 57 seconds of round 5, your referee, Sid Nathan, has stopped the fight because, unfortunately, Eddie Neilson has 2 serious injuries to his right eye, ladies and gentlemen. Both the eyebrow and the eyelid.
Well, there we are. 2 serious injuries to the right eye.
Your winner tonight, the great Joe Bugner!
Well, Bugner rolls on. There must have been 2 cuts there, not just the one that caused Sid Nathan to step in. There'll be big applause for Neilson. OK, let's have a word with Joe Bugner. Simon Reed.
Joe, a mixed reception. What did you think of your own performance?
Excellent. Eddie Neilson was a good opponent. I tried to frighten him in the earlier stages of the fight. I wanted to make him feel very nervous. He surprised me. He came in there full of confidence, and I have nothing but admiration for him.
Were you surprised the way he kept up? Because he had a reputation for a glass chin.
Oh, bull. I'm sorry I wouldn't say it, but it's a lot of bull. This man can take a good shot. Everybody can see it on TV. He's a good fella, and I have great admiration for him.
You looked a lot sharper tonight, Joe, than you did against Winston Allen.
Simon, I was very fit. The scale that said 16.9.5 were not true. I came in at 16.4. We told him to say 16.9.
Right, I think if we look down here, we can see some action, Joe, in this last round. There you are. I mean, he was very game, wasn't he? I mean, he was bleeding from the eye and from the nose.
If you look at the shots he's taken, it's unreal. I mean, people who said he has a glass jaw, I think they're full of hot air.
Yeah.
He's a good kid. I've really enjoyed working with him. I tried to cuss him out, frighten him out, but he showed a lot of heart.
And the ring rust that you showed a little bit in the last fight seems to have gone, Joe.
It'll be even more gone next time. Simon, so believe me, great performance.
If I can turn to you, were you pleased with Joe's performance?
Yeah, I was. And I'm not joking, but I actually said to him, next round I want you to take it, Joe. Now get him